and you say, oh, I want to be like her, so I'm going to keep going. But you're not willing to invest, you're not willing to share, you're not willing to help, you're not willing to connect. You come in rooms like this, gather information, and you don't implement it. These events like this are useless if you don't do anything with the information. And don't reach back and try to help somebody else. Don't do that. Like, you have to give to get. You cannot do anything by yourself. So share your story, no matter how little or insignificant you think it is. People need to see that.
Can we clap for that? Yeah. Okay, so we're hearing your beautiful stories. The audience know you. I want to ask you, Tasha, so you've networked with so many people in the industry, you've grown. So what resources helped you to, pivot your career to grow?
Yeah, great question. I think just going back to, like I said, when I moved here, building those relationships before you start. Again, I couldn't have done literally anything without the relationships.
How did you build it?
I would go to events. Network. People would tell me about it. And again, it didn't have to just be sneaker events. It could be women events. And I feel like women are so supportive in Houston. Well, all over, but especially in Houston, especially where you're at. Like, I feel like we're based out of Houston. So I try and tailor to the Houston market. And again, they come out and support. And so I want to go and support their events. So again, and like she said, I'm going to your events, I'm hoping you can go to mine. Yeah. Type of thing, and building that relationship. And so I would go to several events, like literally tons. Like I would jam-pack my weekdays and my weekends with going to events that obviously I cared about, like that I wanted to meet or who I wanted to meet. And now I've built relationships that have helped me with Lakers sponsorship period, collaborating. I've had tons of collaborative events, and I think that is the most important tool. I think I used to think it's not really who you know, and I still think that, but it's like, who can I build with? And who can we both grow from? Like, again, I don't want it to be one-sided, like we're gonna do an event together, I don't want to be the only one reaping the benefits, yes. Yeah. So I think meeting people, meeting your fellow sister, meeting people that are in the same industry and maybe not even in the same industry. Because worlds can collide in many different ways, and they have. And like I said, with sneaker events, I've done women's workshops that have nothing to do with sneakers. Yeah. So that is like my #1 tool, networking, because you never know who you're gonna meet and who can help you later, or assist you later, or help you find somebody else that can help you. I've got tons of sponsorships that way, tons of networking. Just go out, go to events. Sometimes you don't feel like it, and that happens a lot, but it's usually worth it. I've never had an event where I was like, oh, this wasn't worth it. I didn't meet not one person that I can connect with later on.
And I want to make a side note, before I ask my final question to all of you ladies, I want to make a side note. So she's talking about networking and going to these events and building relationships. That is a key component. Networking is not going to events and just handing out your cards and leaving. That is not what networking is. I've gone to events where people just pass out their cards. 9 times out of 10, they're going to throw them away. Yes. Networking is building a relationship, and that does not mean what can you do. What can you do for me? Right. Oh, I know who she is. I want her to do this for me. It's what can I do for you? Yes. How can I add value to you? That is what networking is. So when you're going into these spaces, figure out how can I add value to what you're doing? How can I add value to you? Because then they're going to remember you. So that is what networking is. And so my last and final question for each of you, I want you guys to answer this. So you guys can leave with, even though you're leaving with so much valuable things today, but I want you to tell everybody, what is your main resource? Because we want to give people tools and not just generic answers. What's the main resource that you use, if you can name one, that has helped you in your career? Whether it is social media, whether it is your database, or whether it is, like you said, networking. What is your main resource?
My main resource is this: content. Nobody will know who you are without content. These people, like, I'm gonna pick on the photographers over here. You're trying to grow your photography business, you need to be on YouTube. This dance group over here, you need to be on YouTube. Like, get content. Everybody's trying to do it big. People are missing opportunities for micro pieces of content. What's the best beginner lens? What's the best beginner camera body or whatever? You know, you got a dance company, film your routines, film your practices. How do you pick your outfits? Film it. Like all these, you are missing so much valuable content, and it's free. It's right here, and you're already doing it. Body care over here. What's the best ingredients for dark skin? Why do you need sunscreen? All this type of stuff. All of this. You need to be putting this out there because you can sit at home and grind for 12 hours a day on your business. If you're not telling anybody about it, they don't know. Yeah. You know, hair care. What's the main ingredients you need to avoid? What's the best ingredients for humid weather? What's the best ingredients for dry weather? All of this stuff is in your brain and it's free. Yeah. Pick up your smartphone and film it. Stop buying $1,000 cameras and $1,000 laptops. Pick up your smartphone and film it and upload that mess to the internet and market. It's right here and it's free.
My biggest resource is my friends or people in business. So all of my friends or people that I just know are building businesses or has some type of gift that is useful to my business. Yeah. So I always make it a thing to be like, okay, well, if you know how to do graphic design, can you build this website? Can you do my graphics for Instagram, blah, blah, blah. When I post it, when it get cracking, I'm gonna be like, oh, well, such did that, and we're doing it for one another. I did their work, he did the work, whatever. Also, just like for like my blogs, like when people edit, I'm not an English person, I teach math. So when I'm writing my blogs, you know, I have my friend, she has an editing company. I edit this for me, sis, and I let the people know you did this, blah, blah. So it's just like, I'm using my friends so I can pub them and they can pub me as well, and we just all a big publicity thing. Yeah. Yeah, so that's what I use all of my friends if they're trying to build and I'm building as well, so yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Okay, I agree with everything that's been said thus far. It's also important to do your research because a lot of times people are like, sis, I want to do what you're doing. I want to be able to do that. How do I do it? Where do I start? Where do I begin? And it's like, either I'm going to spend a whole month explaining everything to you, or I'm going to give you a little, like, a few tips, but then it really is up to you to do the research and figure this thing out, because every single day I'm listening to a podcast, watching a video, watching someone's IGTV, someone's main page post on Instagram. Lots of people are out there telling all of us how to do what it is that we do. Their job is to tell us how to do it. And they're giving this information out for free on blogs, in YouTube videos. All this stuff is free. Podcasts are free. There are millions of them, right? So I'm always seeking to find who else is out there and what are they sharing and how can I get it for free? Because I don't always have, $100 to pay for someone's video, okay? But a lot of this stuff is out there for free, and I'm always seeking this new knowledge. So for me, the resource that I use is just, you gotta be hungry. Yeah. Are you hungry for this or are you not? You wanted someone to come to you and say, here's $2,000, come work with this company. Or are you the one hungry out there grinding to find out, how do I appeal to X company? And who do I email to pitch to them to do this brand deal? How do I get on, this panel? How do I get to be invited to this event in Houston? Whatever it is, you gotta be hungry, you gotta go find it. Yeah. You gotta have determination for sure.